Oh.
Welcome to the future. A place where you can find anything you desire. If the burner gangs don't find you first. Where the fastest racers are artificial. And if you're human, don't stand a chance. Star Circuit.
Intro of the year.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Everything's just a little bit slow on my computer, but the internet's working, so I can't complain.
Right, and hopefully we're a little bit more secure on that than we were last week. But as we have experienced, there is an escape plan.
Yes, always.
But
good to know.
Round two.
We can reroute the circuitry over to you, which is nice. We got some people in chat already.
Yes.
Solid folks out here, and people. I don't think I've ever seen the Graphic Goose up in here.
New name, but welcome.
Good to see Graphic Goose here. What's up? Arya has already popped in, but he's in the back room.
Phil Zaid, welcome. And Black Rose, what's up?
Did I say the back room? I meant the green room. Oh, he's not in my back room. So we got Mo and then Black Bureaus. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Welcome, guys.
So yes. Yeah, I wanted to bring up my trailer because one, I haven't watched it in a while. Period. And I think the song is gets me hyped, gets me moving. And I didn't have any wine today, so that usually is my motivator to get going. But I needed something. What's up with you, Jeremy?
Oh, not too much. Obviously, I've been going back and forth between you and Smiling Bandito over my comic as it's been kind of getting into its bitter stages of the editing. You know, go through, check it out, go through page by page, make sure things are flowing. So we'll see how that's going. But guys, I'm excited about it. Some of you have seen I printed off a prototype of it, so that's been going good.
Yeah.
The video game on Steam had an issue where the boss wasn't spawning. And thanks to one of our players out there getting our attention to it, we were able to fix it. We get back up. It's all running. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you so much. One of our backers. Yep. So yeah, that's what's been going down over here, dude.
People keep on streaming in some names again. I have not seen.
Bud, what's up? Hey, Manifesto, welcome.
But I haven't seen Rich in here before. Rich Ayala. Is that right? Allah?
Ayla.
Ayla? Is that how you pronounce it? And
I'm going to go with that because of Chrono Trigger, so don't get mad at me, anybody.
Not mad at all. So
Sherry, what's up? Reese, how you doing? It's been a minute, Reese. How you doing?
So we've got.
I sent you a coin and you disappeared.
Yeah, you're sending out those coins, man.
Yeah.
I got mine in my lucky spot, dude. It's not in the trash. It's in my lucky spot.
Wow. Well, thank you, Joe. You know what? Because your bike's right here and it's not in the trash either.
Good. Which I wouldn't. I mean, you did a nice paint job on it.
Stop it.
No, you did.
Stop it.
Just want to intro at least our first guest here. I want to intro Arya Black here because it is his special and kind of, I would be nervous sometimes if it's my launch day, but it is his launch day for Adventures of Tailless. What's up, Arya?
Hello again, guys.
What's up?
Good to have you back on, man.
Very good to be back on this show. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And
I'm like
the second time
bundle of nervous energy today. I've just been my mind has been on the campaign, anything. I'm just distracted from everything else I'm doing. But we just launched on Red Valkyrie's channel, and it was a massive success. We are coming up on 50% funded already, and you know what? Can we fund in 24 hours? I think we can. It'll be a stretch, but I think we can do it.
I'm there to help you push this thing, man, because I was excited when I saw it before, and I'm sure we'll get into it in a little bit, but all the details. But yeah, I'm stoked to actually see it's ready to go, because last time we talked, you had a ways to go.
Last time we talked, the campaign was so much smaller than it's become now. There's so many things on there that you haven't seen. I wouldn't have told you about when I came on the show that are on there now. I can't wait to show you.
Heck yeah, I can't wait to. So last week we had a fiasco of I know, some sort of godly proportions. Just like I never seen the internet go completely out for that long. But I was in the background as you guys moved over to Zaid's Studios on YouTube. But I'm glad that we have the two creators back again. We've got the creator himself of Airith, and we have Rini Draws here. So.
Hello.
And like I said, man, Game Genie will keep anybody hacking your internet this time. I promise. It's here to protect you.
Nice.
You have that around your neck, or is that just?
It's always in my pocket. You never know when you need a Game Genie.
Amazing.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't think of to bring that along with me.
Real quick, Noah's in the chat. Ryan Cardinal, and I meant to say this earlier when I caught it, but Joe was on a roll. But we got Collision Bomb in.
Heck yeah.
So who else we got in? We got in anybody else? Just making sure I'm just hitting everybody on the list.
Look, I'm not in the crack pack, but sometimes my pure and honest channel becomes a crack haven, and good to have you here, guys.
I'm still a little confused about what that is, but sure.
Well,
it looks like fun.
It's a metaphor drive.
Oh, okay.
Mo is already at it. Hashtag Brooks. So
Trader Joe.
So I'm glad that everyone's here. And before we start, I wanted to bring up one little thing. No, B-Rose, you're not getting a refund. You better not be talking about my book.
It started.
It's already started. So yeah, before we start, I want to go around the round before we get into Aria, because I know you have to go early, or the earliest, we'll say. And let's go around and let's just say your favorite book, your favorite comic book, and then we could get into some projects, and that will kind of cue us into what type of person you are and what kind of reader you are. You want to start it, Art?
Yeah, sure. So I'm from CG UK. So right now, my favorite book is Excalibur with Alan Davis art in it. That's the British offshoot of the X-Men. So of course that's my favorite. It just speaks to me more than the regular X-Men does. I love the jokes. I love the art. It's really cool. And something extra, I actually found a Alan Davis signed issue 1 by complete chance at a Comic-Con, and a guy sold it to me for dirt cheap because he thought it had been scribbled on and defaced. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Lucky.
Nice.
That's awesome. Killer. So who wants next at the grabs of
your favorite book or CG book?
No, just book in general. It's more to show your taste,
Okay.
Well, I did use the Game Genie to hack some time into the future, and I got a copy of the Kryptonals, and that's my favorite book right now. Back in
Nice.
Don't for review yet, though, dude. You don't want that kind of paradox happening. So, what's your Rini?
Now everyone has named CG books, but I'm kind of new, so I bagged a ton of books, and none of them have shown up yet. But anyone who has watched my streams or who follows me probably knows I'm a huge fan of Berserk. So my favorite comic ever is Berserk.
Dude, that tells me a lot already.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
I played a lot of.
She's kind of fucked up.
I watched a lot of the anime. I didn't really read a lot of the manga, but I played the Dreamcast game a lot too.
Yeah, I'm a manga person.
So-
I've seen the Golden Age movies, but not the end. I'm everything. A lot of Americans, especially, or just people in the West in general, they'll mention when they talk about a property, talk about the anime first. I'm like, I grew up with manga, so I'm always talking about the comics.
There you go. Yeah,
Joe's all
I was
about
very
the Weaver.
surprised when I first started reading some manga that I was like, oh, dude, this is better than the anime.
Yeah.
I really didn't realize. But I should have known, loving comics, that the book would have been better. But Mo Biggs is already saying, slanderous.
Here we go with the Weaver.
Yep, we won't sound through one here. See, I can hold two ideas.
We love Mo. ARO. Let's go.
Dude, everybody loves ARO. I would definitely wouldn't silence that. But bring on the Weebery indeed. So let's bring up. It's not Weebery, but it's colorful and
Good segue.
we'll say it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. So the Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. I remember getting the lowdown on why you called them Tailless last time, but maybe you have a little bit of an elevator pitch on who Tailless is.
Yeah. So The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space is basically the book I came up with to learn how to create comics. So for the past 2 years, I've been putting out these short mini comics, individual short stories, basically clues in the name, The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. These short episodic style stories of Tailless. In each one, he fights a new and ever more dangerous bad guy. He uses his quick wits, his muscles, and his crazy cool sci-fi gadgets to save the day. And yeah, now this is the culmination of 2 years of hard work. And what you're going to see in this collection is all 4 currently released mini comics, plus potentially 3 bonus mini comics. And also you're going to get a massive bonus section in this, which is going to show you every single image, story, thumbnail, absolutely everything that went into the creation of Tailless will be included in this book. So this is the most expansive deep dive into a character's creation you are going to see anywhere in mainstream or indie comics. And yeah, that is Tailless. With regards to how we got his name, the stories like this will be in the bonus section. And I remember telling you, basically, the original idea for him was he was a thief, a thief in outer space, and he would have lost his tail on some sort of in some sort of freak accident, and Tailless would be an insult name, oh, he's Tailless now. But I don't like drawing characters with tails, I guess. So eventually I was drawing the comic and I realized no one's got tails, so it makes no sense to call him Tailless. But at that point I couldn't change the name because I was every other name I came up with just didn't sound right to me. It'd been Tailless for too long, so Tailless it is.
And a lot of times with the IPs and anything that's been created, there's a lot of thought that goes into some things and a lot of just happenstance, and this is kind of one of those cases. I think this is looking awesome. What do you think about this, Jeremy?
Oh, I already said it hit the Bucky'll hair nostalgia last time.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad to see images like this. I don't think we've seen these since the last time you were here.
No, probably not.
No, so I'm loving the art style. It has a lot more punch to it than I remember that first time you hear. So especially these slides. So those slides are really there's some really cool shots. I don't remember seeing these.
No.
So just really cool images all in all. So yeah.
Like I said, you're gonna see an evolution in this of me as an artist, because this is everything comic books I've ever done is in this book. So from issue 1 to issue 7, they are completely different art styles. Tailless looks different across each book, and you can see the progression of about 2 years of work in this book. And like I said, you're going to get every picture That's warts and all, absolutely everything. You're going to see all the rubbish little scribbles I've done over the years. You're going to see all the really nice polished stuff as well. And you know, you're going to read this book and you're going to see the progression like unfold before your eyes. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I can already tell you've expanded so much since we first saw it. Real quick in the chat, we've got Gingerton and Wade Burden showing up.
What's up, Gingerton? Just a twinge of the ginge.
Gingy's here. So, what's your campaign look? Can we scroll down a little bit, Jeremy? See what the campaign?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go for it.
That'd be great.
So the two big things on the campaign is we're offering the book, which is the Tales Collected Edition, which if we unlock all our stretch goals could be over 50 pages of mini comic goodness, just story content alone. And then plus we're going to have that bonus material section. So this is going to end up a 80-page book approximately. So yeah, this is going to be a nice thick one to go on the shelf. It's going to look great amongst your collection. And it's got that beautiful wraparound cover on it. And then, yeah, so the big tier we have here is the Red Valkyrie launch tier. So I just launched a Red Valkyrie like 3-4 hours ago now. And yeah, so you know Red Valkyrie likes her patches. So you can get that with the exclusive patch, and that's got everything in the campaign. And then tomorrow that's only available for 24 hours, so it'll be gone this time tomorrow. And you'll be able to get all that good stuff, except for the patch. That will go. That is exclusive for 24 hours. And yeah, let me mention, we have all those items available individually or in a bundles, but I will say there is a big saving on them when you back up the bundle tier, up to £5 or £6, I think, for the Red Valkyrie tier. So I don't know what that is in dollars, 7 or 8 maybe. But yeah, you're going to get a big saving on it, way over 10% on when you back a bundle tier.
Very nice.
Nice. Frog G, what's up, Frog G?
Yeah,
Lloyd Burton, what's up?
How many backers are we at now?
We are at 19.
19 backers.
Let's do this.
With 60 days left. So, sir, you have just launched recently.
Yeah, we have a matter of hours into the campaign right now.
Oh, yeah. So we're trying to get that 24-hour, like, fundability.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right. Yes. And so that's why he's leaving early, guys, because if you want to follow back over him, you can go to Global Frequencies channel over there with Neff, and he'll be with them. So, yeah. Sorry, Joe, not to kill your view numbers.
No, this is all about spreading the word. No matter
Sorry, Joe, but you know I appreciate it so much you having me on this show.
Hey, no worries, man. I wanted to. I'm just like fortunate that you're launching on Art Bros Day. So for that, yeah. So what would you say your favorite part of making the book so far? Like over the course of how many years did you say you've been making it? But
about 2 years now.
What's your favorite part about making comics in general?
Oh, right now, obviously. It's the best. It's the best feeling seeing people put their faith in me and get back in tears. But you know what? Like I've always known I wanted to be a comic artist. I just love the like day-to-day of it. I love the everyday grind. I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't drawing comics. So, I enjoy everything about this. This is a great thing to do.
Oh, I backed Life of Korra.
Oh, well, look.
I have it over here.
Then. Yeah, so we're running a pretty cool team up here with Mike from Life on Korra. So you back both campaigns, and you're going to unlock this trading card and print. So you'll get the trading card in your Tailors package and your print in your Korra package. So you'll end up with them both eventually. But if you scroll up a bit, you can see all the trading cards we have on the campaign. So we've got the sign-up exclusive, which unfortunately is past that point. But we did have over 130 sign-ups. So for all you lucky folk who are going to back, you're going to get that beautiful artwork by Chubb, who created the Mary Boys, for absolutely free when you back. So you're going to get that. You're going to get we've got the 2 featured tier cards. So you can only get these trading cards when you back a bundle tier. And that's featuring artwork by Preston Acevedo and Max Hedstrom. So, and he's the guy who did Rokan recently that did pretty well. So you can only get the trading cards through the featured tiers. There's the Keshi Tailless trading card, and we can find out more about Keshi Tailless when we watch the trailer. But he's a little figure I've done, and just to increase the value of the figure, well, whatever tier you back, as long as it features Keshi Tailless in it, you're gonna get the trading card as well. And I like that one because it's all in Japanese. And the if Google Translate is correct, then okay. And then of course you got the Life on Korra exclusive, which you can only get if you back both campaigns.
I like seeing original art on here for sure.
Yeah.
Art usually draws me to the campaign.
Yeah, like I said, this book is going to feature every image of Tailless I've done. So you will actually be able to purchase every image of Tailless you see on this campaign. So we've got the two different wraparound cover arts. We've got all the trading card art. Mike's from Life on Korra trading card art will be up soon. I'm just waiting for it to arrive in the UK before I put it up. And then you've got the single page tier where you can back any page from the actual mini comics. I'll have them all photographed, and you can pick yours as soon as you back. And that tier for £100, I don't know what that is in dollars, you can purchase any interior art, but also any double splash page for the same price, or any cover to the individual mini comics. Those will be included, and you can choose whatever you like.
Nice. That's like seems like there's a little bit of everything where you're looking. These stretch goals look like pretty reasonable as well. You're not going, well, 10,000, 20, 40,000.
They're doable. Yeah.
I'm a small creator, but this would be a massive achievement for me and for CG UK as a whole, because we're not the biggest. We have big ones like Charlie's London and Chubb and Only Death Can Save Us. We have big ones, but generally we're on the smaller end of Comicscape projects. So just getting this funded would be a massive win for us, and for me in particular. But if we hit all the stretch goals, we're going to end up with an additional mini comic, and then the second two stretch goals are extensions to the first mini comic and the Tailless Not Daredevil crossover book, which is actually written by Comic Mark and then illustrated by myself.
Some really cool art, dude, and the opportunity to own a lot of the originals. That's really cool.
Yeah, I am very close to buying that Chubb art. And
that artwork is absolutely beautiful. I have that one in the house right now. It is stunning.
I really want it. I like the feel of that one. Smash the like, guys. Help a couple bros over here, art bros, and help us out. Help Ari out by backing Tailless. I feel like we should watch the trailer and then check our numbers.
I actually have two trailers, so let's watch this second one up.
Okay, which one do you want me to throw up?
Yeah, do this one first.
Okay.
Evil lurks in the darkest corners of outer space. The fate of the galaxy lies in the balance. But have no fear, adventurer. Introducing the 6-foot-tall, spandex-clad, intergalactic vigilante known as Tailless. Join Tailless, his sidekick Jet, and his fiery love interest Adelaide as they answer the call to defend the galaxy. Does Tailless have what it takes to save the day? Find out in The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space Collected Edition. Now, for the first time ever, you can get your hands on all things Tailless. 6 short mini-comic adventures in one book. In each new adventure, Tailless faces off against a new and ever more dangerous threat. Discover the origins of Tailless in the bonus material section. An expansive deep dive into the character's creation, featuring every single image, story, and fan art of Tailless ever created. What are you waiting for? The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space Collected Edition is out now, only on Indiegogo. Back the hottest crowdfunded comic of the year. Adventure lies in your hands.
God dang.
You like that one?
Jeez. Yeah. That had some production on it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun putting these trailers together.
Hell yeah. I love that background with the spinning lightning bolt thing on the desk. And I was like, all right, what's going on? We want the second trailer? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, go for it.
Wow.
Adventurers beware. Evil lurks in the darkest corners of outer space. They're here to take over. Have no fear. Now you have the power to save the galaxy. Introducing Keshi Tailless, the 2-inch-tall defender of the galaxy.
You'll never stop us, Tailless.
Think again, bad guys. Take that. Well done, adventurer. The galaxy is saved. Keshi Tailless comic book and other merchandise now available on Indiegogo. Back the hottest crowdfunding book of the year. Adventure lies in your hands.
Woo! That narrator, like everyone's saying in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good find.
I love it.
A guy on Fiverr did that for me.
Nice.
Yeah, same with me. That's where I went as well.
Yeah.
Can't beat Fiverr. So yeah, give us a refresh. I'm looking at literally my bank account and see what I could do to get that Chubb art.
Yeah.
Trying to also build a fence over here. So
Yeah, so no one's grabbed those pieces yet, and they are originals. So
yeah, we sold 2 of the interior arts already, and I'm amazed people have bought that because like all the art's on sale. I'm not reserving any for myself. I'm reserving 4 to send to the guys who did the trading cards for me as a thank you. But other than that, everything's available for sale because it would only be sitting in my drawer at home. I'd rather it be hanging on someone's wall or in their collection,
Yeah. So that's awesome. That's fun. Man, just to see where you went from to where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
okay, everybody's down for these trailers. I've got full confidence that you're gonna get funded. And much more. I feel like for the most part, your story looks like your story is like action packed. Last time you talked about it being very much inspired by like cartoons, right? Is that
yeah. Like this is really the book for anyone who grew up on Thundercats, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, all that good stuff. And as far as the stories go, each mini comic is like a totally different vibe. So there's like sci-fi, there's adventure, there's action. We have a romance story where Tailless fights a bad guy in nothing but his tighty whities. And then like we've got the comedy one, which is the crossover with Tommy Mark. That's going to be pretty funny. And then we've got that 7th mini comic which we can unlock, which is actually a prequel book to my next project, which is the first full-size Tailless issue. So yeah, like this book won't have one big through storyline in it. The stories are very much separate adventures on separate days kind of thing. But if you want to get in on the wider Tailless story before that happens, that will be in the 7th mini comic.
Yeah, Joe, post up at Mo Big's last message. Tease him a bit.
Yeah. Don't wait to pick up the art because if you don't get it now, it's probably going to be on Neff's wall. Everything on the internet. Neff got his eye on it.
I'll tell you what else about that Chubb artwork. Everyone in the CG UK chat was telling me, don't sell that one because it's an investment. That thing is going to turn into gold soon, especially when he releases Maybe Boys 3, which is coming up pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Wink, wink, don't wait for that one.
I really have my finger on the click button for it. I'm like so close. So what we're going to do here is I want to bring up one other thing while we have your attention on Tailless and on creating art. We've just started a new guide to pretty much all the resources we can find on the interwebs. We're compiling into one document, just like you have a crowdfunding document by Robocopter, Rob Arnold. And there's also the CG guide for all the different shows out there. I wanted to put together one, and let's pull up this. So this is the Ultimate Art Guide, and we're starting to build it. It's very limited. I'll be on K Manifestos tomorrow talking about it, but we started very modestly, just grabbing the basics. So what we want to do from now on Art Bros is bring everybody's favorite resource, not 10, just your favorite resource. So if there's one thing that you use more than anything else, Aria, what would it be? What's an art resource that you can give us?
Oh, I have a book that's really good. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to grab it. I don't remember what it's called right now. Give me 1 second, I'll be back now.
We can talk about this. So yeah, we've added a whole bunch, which I'm probably going to whittle them down and start adding links, because the idea is for this thing to be useful, not like a worthless guide. So we're going to put together some things. I'm going to bet Aria comes back with one of Bern Hogarth's books. All of his anatomy has that kind of curvy, bulby kind of mass to him. So I'm going to bet he brings back one of those, or something I have no clue about.
Yeah, I've got it loaded up and ready, so that's it.
Right. I have 2 answers to this question, okay?
Okay.
This is a really good book, How Comics Work, by Dave Gibbons and Tim Pilcher.
All right, I'm going to write it in.
So you know Dave Gibbons, guy behind Watchmen. This is insane, the amount of stuff in this book, and it's only £15 here in the UK. It has
it's 1709 here, guys.
This is it's a bit old-fashioned because Dave Gibbons is very much set in his ways as a creator, but it has a section for every aspect of comic book creation, and it is really good. So when I say set in his ways, he's very much 9-panel pages, that sort of style, but it is very, very valuable as an art resource. But my true answer to this thing, what is the best help, is find your favorite artist and just copy their work. My favorite artist is Arthur Adams, and I know I am nowhere close to mimicking Arthur Adams' style, but that's been the goal for so long. And as soon as I discovered his work and started copying and trying to recreate what he did,
I could see some similarities in the direction you're going, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So what was that last book? Is that one I can actually put in?
That is How Comics Work by Dave Gibbons and Tim Pilcher.
Okay.
Link is in the privy chat, Joe.
Yeah. That's Hal Jordan on the cover.
By Dave Gibbons. And who?
Tim Pilcher.
Pilcher. Pilcher.
Oh, one more time. It glitched on me.
Pilcher. Pilcher. Swallow a pilcher.
Yeah, that's good.
Good enough for right now. So this is that's the plan. We're going to build this thing up. I'm going to grab links for all this stuff. I'll probably build it. I want to build it organically, so this is a great way to do it. Mo says his greatest art resource is exposure. Who knows what that really means, because I haven't seen any of his art. But I want to say hail to Ryan Wynn, who's here, and Coleman. What's up? Let's move back to your campaign here. Jeremy still got it up. There we go. So what's one thing you want to accomplish maybe during the campaign? Is there you have some secret plan? Do you have maybe a way to promote planned, a weird way to promote it?
Right.
Anything planned like that?
I've got a couple things going on in this campaign. I'll tell you what the ultimate goal is for this whole thing in general. Right. When you Google Welsh comic book artists, you get absolutely nothing in the search results. Crickets start chirping when you Google Welsh comic book artist, right? Like in CG UK, there's only been one other guy from Wales who's put out a book, and it was like an art book, not like a story comic book. So
Right.
the goal from this whole thing is you type in Welsh comic book artist and Aria Black's The Adventures of Taylors in Outer Space is the first thing that pops up, you know? That's the goal.
I muted myself. That's awesome. That's a good goal. That's a great goal. So there's a lot of cool things out there. Wait, Mo says I've seen his art. I create performance art, which is funny. Yes, I think you create chat art. I would call you in chat very artistic. You're very talented at manning the comment area of streams. So let's talk about one other thing before we jump on, because I know you got to roll in a minute.
Yeah.
And it gives me a little bit more time to decide if I'm going to steal Chubb's art, because I know Nefarious is going to take it if I don't jump on it. So
do you need to see that price tag again, Joe?
No, I staring at it. You have any questions about the campaign, Jeremy? What do you think?
Oh, no, it just looks great. I'm glad to see it grow this big. So, yeah, I'm really wishing you luck for the 24-hour, fun thing. But if not, dude, it's going to happen in the next couple of days.
What I tell you is if you don't
chugging at it.
Everybody that doesn't back it and you're at least a little bit interested, hit the follow button, because you might not be interested this second, but in whatever amount of time, it's going to remind you, and you're going to get another look at it. Maybe there's a new addition to the campaign. But if you don't follow, just share it. Help us out, help Aria out. I think both of those things are great things.
Yeah. Let me just say, for all you in the United States, we've got shipping down really low because this is a Critical Blast book. So, what does it work out? It's something like $10, $12, something like that for the bundle tier. So it is very affordable shipping on this.
Awesome. That's a really good thing to hear, because Critical Blast is, I hear he's beating everybody out with Brett.
He is amazing. He helped me out loads with the shipping, not just on the US side. I basically took his calculations and applied them to postage, for the UK and the rest of the world. And it was a big help for me, especially since I don't have a head for numbers. So,
right.
Critical Blast is great. And everyone who's thinking of doing their own book should definitely check him out.
Hell yeah. I definitely am. I've already told them I'm going to be doing the whole Critical Blast, his whole method next time,
Yeah.
A lot of things I'm doing I do my whole book for Star Circuit, the art and everything, just like you. And the campaigning on top of that, doing all the fulfillment is just one extra thing that can really slow you down, or it might slow the next book down, which it is on this one. It's slowing Star Circuit 2 down, and I wish I'd paid somebody to do some of the fulfillment, because it would definitely help and help get the second book out quicker. So, Jeremy, you might want to refresh, because I hear in the grapevine.
What do we got? Bow!
It is I've here.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I'm here.
So.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I don't think the numbers have updated for the payment, right? Not yet.
I've got £910 on my screen right now.
I don't know what that translates to.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. So,
hey, someone hit the rewind button to see if the numbers changed.
And you purchased the Chubb art.
Yes, indeed.
That's amazing.
So
I'm glad it's gone to you.
Dude, I'm stoked too. Ever since I was on Red Valkyrie's auction stream and I saw all of his art go, I was like, dude, if I wasn't on the show, I would be bidding myself. And so I'm glad I got this one, because I really dig the poses, and just it's got that Chubb flair. So
thank you so much, dude.
No problem, dude. I wanted to if that was the best way to do it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well,
you got a discussion. You got a discussion in there, so go check it out.
I'll go have a look. But now that you've purchased that, the only other people who can get that artwork are the lucky folk who signed up. We had we had like 137, I think, signups. So, you know, if a fraction of those back the campaign as well, I'm going to be so excited. And of course, I'm going to send you the trading card with the artwork, so you have, you know, big piece, small piece. Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, put on the backside or something of the frame.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, that's awesome. I really try to refresh again. Is that the right amount? Let's see this thing. There we go.
There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. 58%. That is perfect.
Everybody in chat, don't tell Sherry I spent money. You
she was just
I
in
told her to go walk the dog and I bought this thing, dude.
I can ship it to you in like a nondescript envelope. We'll write like definitely not original artwork on it. So.
Okay, yeah, definitely not original art. Probably something boring.
That worked for D-Wag.
Okay, so that's awesome, dude. You can hop out whenever you want, or still, you know, stay and chill for a little bit.
You know, it's gonna be easy for me to jump out now. Thank you so much for having me on the stream, and I'll watch the rest of this so I can check out the next two.
Yeah, Neff just dropped in to be like, "Hey, where are you, Arya?"
What's up, Neff?
I'll be over now.
I know you're too late, Neff. Came too late.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace. Awesome.
All
So now
right.
let's go back in time. 1 week.
Hello. It was last. Sorry, I've been quiet. I've been like scrambling to post the update for my campaign.
It's
but
all good.
I just want to say I was very impressed. He's got like everything on his campaign. That was really cool.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah, the little
like
figurines
taking-
are fun.
Yeah, like taking notes.
I do that.
I think like the old Muscleman toys. Remember those?
Yeah.
They look like, for sure. So yeah, that's his campaign is impressive. I was really excited to see all the things, because we saw it in the bare bones state, you know, and so it's cool to see it kind of progress.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's just pretend it's the 23rd. And
Yeah.
when I'm seeing you guys again. Yeah, so let's get into talking about your guys' books. You know, we can stay on till 7:30. Whoever can stay that long, stay that long. If not, you know, I'll just start building the art guide. But yeah, let's start talking about some projects. Before we do that, maybe we should, while I have the page up, because I know, especially reading draws, because it's in your tag. Maybe you have a special resource for us. That you could include, your favorite resource that helps you draw for comics.
Ooh.
Maybe
Cool idea.
Spot.
Yeah, that's really helpful. I don't know, I feel like I made lists like this for myself, but it's nice to have a kind of hive mind list.
Yeah, that's the
for this
idea.
kind of stuff. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, take your time. If you can think of your favorite, we can hop over and do maybe a campaign and maybe come back to it. I forget if you draw, dude. Do you draw?
Not for the comic, no.
Okay.
I can't. So if you see these fingers are fused together, so I don't draw anymore. I can sketch like a motherfucker, but I can't draw. So,
okay. So you sketch storyboards kind of to help. Is that what you
right, and then write out panels as much as I can. Yeah, drawing. I used to draw a lot in high school. Like, was pretty damn good at it, and college was pretty damn good at it. But once these fingers fused together from an injury when I was 18, it's impossible. Like, it's painful. Even to like sign the comics, I can do like maybe 5 at a time before I got to take an aspirin.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that's rough.
We do have storytelling books here, so maybe if you want to throw, maybe if you have a book about storytelling, that would help. If not, you can move on. But yeah, this is the idea.
All right.
Everybody's favorite.
You can do a comic that's just sketches.
Like literally when we're doing the book for sketches and ideas, I just watch old 80s like commercials and like cock rock metal music videos. It's like that's pretty much our resources for the whole book. And we're doing drawing and stuff is like pull up some Poison videos and see what they're wearing.
Perfect.
Nice.
Oh.
That's the easy way to do character design right there. I
Like the darkness, man. Those guys, some of their outfits got gnarly.
Dude, Yeah, Justin, that guy is quite the fashionista.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's bring up some books. I'm going to share your screen now, Zaid. We got Airith up, so maybe that's a good one to talk to. Unless Rini do you have to leave early?
No, I'm good, but I thought Irene had a bounce, so I didn't know if she wanted to.
I'm
knock
good.
out
I'm
first.
good for another hour.
Okay, cool, awesome, yeah.
Well, yeah, we can both
we can do
guys.
that.
And we can bounce back and forth. I prefer bouncing back and forth, whatever organically happens. We just do whatever we need to do. So give me I barely know. I mean, you guys were doing your stream with Zaid last week on his channel, and I was like trying to figure stuff out, taking care of things and watching on my phone, so I could hear but really couldn't see anything. So what's Airith all about?
So when people ask that question, I always say the same thing. It's really hard to describe without giving away the real plot. But as it stands now, Airith it's like it says, it's an 80s inspired kind of space rock.
How do you pronounce that?
The Kentilan War.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Because I was having problems with that the first
No, you're
time.
fine. and it's an acronym for ant-like. So when we all get to the end of the story, we figure out why that word was used. It's also it's a Lithuanian word too, so it worked out really good. Right now, Airith Tape 2 is an extension of the first tape, which we start exactly where the last tape ended. Airith and Rafa and Isabel Ray are trying to get into Mother's slumber. Mother's this like crazy ass character. Their main goal is to kill her. One thing is they don't know something about her. If they kill her, everybody dies. So then from here, they got to figure out how to kind of short circuit that connection. So in this book, it's kind of, you get a little bit more of the plot. We do a little bit of flashback with Rafa and the characters, the three that get introduced here. Gets a little dark, so you can kind of see the darkness parts that we're going to start pulling in tape 3. It's just really setting up the main plot, which actually means absolutely nothing, because in the end of the book, nothing really matters. So it's like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Well,
Nihilist, just going all
pure
night.
nihilism, yes.
Yeah, very, very much so. I was talking to Esquivo on Sunday because he's doing the mini series. He's doing like what we're doing right now, where we take some characters that get mentioned in each book and we do these 12-page mini series. And I was like, dude, I just got to tell you the real plot of the story so you can kind of understand where we're going. And I could tell he just thought I was a dark person. His face was blank, and he's like, "All right, that sounds cool, man." So it's funny. It's a great story. The dialogue, I think, works out really nice. People say it's kind of like if Tarantino wrote a comic book. It's just constant, quick shit talking, back talking. There's no stopping in the dialogue whatsoever, no matter what kind of situation they're in. We're really working into things right now. So if you see something on page, I don't know off the top of my head, but like page 6, we'll refer back to that like 5 issues from now, and it'll kind of make sense to tie in a lot of Easter eggs in this book that come back later on. So, and one thing we did get, which I'm super excited about, we got our proof back for our gold foil cover, and it just came out sick. And then all the embossing on it. It's just, dude, this book feels. I thought our first book felt really good. This destroys it. I'm really excited how this came out. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, go.
Yeah.
Love that gloss.
He posted about this on Twitter, and it was it looks real clean.
Or the gold foil, yeah. That
Yeah,
looks
so
great.
it's a really cool gold foil, and it's got the emboss on it, so you got really cool like texture. I gotta go backwards. This is embossed. All their armor's embossed. Can't see it for shit on the screen, but they're like glasses are embossed. So it has this really cool, and the coating we put on it kind of gives it a cloth feeling. It's really like a weird sensation, when you touch it, because it doesn't really feel like normal paper. We wanted to do that to kind of fuck with people's senses. But yeah, we're really excited about this cover. But for tape 3, we're even bumping it up even more because it's just we got to outdo ourselves each time. And then I don't know if you guys saw the dance cards yet, but we got those in
Where you
last
getting
week.
that printed, dude?
So I don't know if that's going to show up, but we got the Farrah dance card showing you
That's
some
so cool.
some dance
Dang.
moves.
That's
We really wanted to do something with her because she kind of her and Airith kind of have like, in the book it's like who's the hotter chick sexy battle type thing, because you know how those in the comics. So you got the one girl where you're like, oh, I'm Team Airith, and then you got the other hot girl, it's Team Farrah. But I wanted to show this too. So the variant cover that Mel did for us, and it's not the final proof, we still need the logo on there, but you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of has like the pixel like glitter to it. So I don't know if I can. There we go. But it's really trippy. It kind of looks better if you look at it on the fan art that El Padrino did for us. So yeah, you can kind of see like a
Man, that just made me think of Trapper Keepers. Who's doing Trapper Keepers?
So who's printing that gold foil for you?
So right now we're using our supplier from China, but next issue it's all going to be here locally in Arizona. So we're kind of proud of where we started tape 2. We kind of did that because tape 1 I had to self-fund it, and I didn't really know how tape 2 was going to happen. So I was like, crap, might as well set myself up for self-funding again. But the gods aligned, and we found out that we had this really huge comic printer like 20 minutes from the street, down the street from us, and they could do crazy shit. I mean, dude, crazy shit. So it's the same price too because we're not paying for the shipping. So that $300-400 for shipping, it's the same price for me to just go drive down and pick it up, and I could throw on, no one can say, oh, it's printed in China or something. I can say it's not, dude, it's printed down the street from me.
And it's going to be cheaper for shipping, probably. So.
Dude, there's no shipping. It literally, they print it. They say, come pick it up. I get in the truck, go pick it up, and pay the $10 in gas, and we're good to go.
Heck
yeah.
And quality control too. If I get, if there's like 20 that are messed up, boom, I can pick them up the next day. There's no waiting for any mess ups. So I'm really proud of that, to be able to, our next comic, to about 90% of the things we're printing will come through US and Arizona.
Dude, I realized that for myself as well recently. I'm going with Comic Impressions since I'm in Florida, and I was like, dude, I'm just saving time and money over here going with the local guy.
And it's less stress, dude. It's like the stress level that you lose is worth, the 10 extra cents that you might be paying on a issue.
Yeah. For sure. Plus, Comic Impressions is great. They're just
exactly.
I'd imagine it's just like somebody else that like they pretty much will go and make whatever you want. They just want to know what you want. So
right. And what's cool is even our boxes are printed in the USA too. So that's
those boxes are sick.
Nice.
So doing this, getting these printed here, they're a couple of people have hit me up, asked me where we got them, and I kind of set them up, and they get pricing back, and they're like, dude, it's like 30-40 cents more than Gemini mailer, so why not have a custom experience that dude, I've tossed one of these and the shit don't get damaged and nothing inside, as long as you put like something in there to keep them from shifting, they don't bust, and they just put a poly wrapper over them, so if it does hit like rain or something, it's completely protected.
I'm surprised with Sovereign Wolves as well. So yeah, because that's probably the same thing, right?
Right.
I might have to ask you.
Yeah.
Just message me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Clint from he's doing the one with all the titties. Blue Bombshell.
Yes.
Blue Bombshell. Yeah, he hit me up. He's doing the dance cards too. So I mean, I can only imagine what he's doing with all the girls with the boobies. So it should be interesting.
Who knows what he's doing with those cards, man?
Yeah.
The trippy tillages.
So maybe a good time to play the trailer because I want to get some vibes.
All right, Joe. Did you set your video settings to no kids?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm no kids. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because this kicks you in the nuts. Ready?
Okay.
I didn't ask for this. I never asked to be a killer. That is what she wanted. And she created such a monster that over time, I learned to enjoy it. I learned to revel in the hunt. I yearned for it. The look in their eyes, the smell of the soul leaving the flesh, the taste of the fear in their blood. I will never understand myself. At least he wanted to understand me. He knew how to make a cyberganic girl tingle in places that tingles can happen with a single cocky wink of the eye. Hell, he didn't even mind all the hairspray. What a winner. But he did give me love. And his love gave me light. His love gave me a reason. I once heard that love is selflessly giving your breath away to allow someone else to breathe. And I did that. He did that. But it was so mierda. And now, he must die, pinche gringo pendejo! You pissed off the wrong mujer, motherfuckers! I am asked the same question all the fucking time. What is it that I want? And the truth? Well, the truth is, all I wanted was what all girls that have a thirst for blood want. A goddamn Delia's catalog and some fucking tacos. And when I get a hold of you, te voy a meter el culo por la boca tan duro que vas a probar el desayuno de ayer por una semana, coño! Not even 10 sana colita de ranas could save me from my wrath.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Amazing.
I should have left
I love it.
my video up because my reactions were pretty good.
Dude, in tape 3, we just finished the script for the trailer, and we're fully animating the trailer for tape 3. And dude, you start seeing like one of the main characters, Rafa. You start kind of seeing like what he really is in the trailer, and people are just gonna go fuck yeah. It's awesome, man.
Heck yeah, Frog G's Frog G's right back, Airith today to see if she gets her tacos.
That's right.
I'd like to know, you know. So, man, you got a gaming cartridge. You got tons of stuff.
Dude. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, dude. We got the Airith game, the 8-bit Airith game, you know, just in case.
This is like you're like on some crack or something.
Yeah, I do acid crack. It's the level up from crack.
Okay, acid crack.
Right.
It's probably better. Mo would.
It's got more vitamins in it.
Nutritional. All right. Cool.
Nutritional crack.
Yeah, I mean,
We all want in this world. A little bit of
it's doo-doo, baby.
So what's your favorite piece to the perks? What's your favorite? Because you got tons. Like we got everybody, but yours is kind of hard to pick, I imagine.
Yeah, no, I really dig our boxes because I just like them. But my favorite piece is the Esquivo cover that we put on metal.
Let me see here. Is that by the metalsmith himself?
No, this is by a dude down the street.
Okay, dude.
So, yeah, I was gonna use Phoenix. It's like with my OCD and all that stuff. I gotta be able to touch stuff and like see it. So it's just cool to be able to drive down and see what people are doing. And if like it was all about the texture. So on these ones, you can feel the ink textures through them. And then they already come with the setup for the backing. So you just take this tape off, you screw this part on, and then you just plop it on. So, I just need all these little tiny, like chingaderas, little tchotchkes are what I look for because, devil's in the details. And I think when someone gets a poster, it's one thing. But if all you got to do is just untape something, throw it on the wall, and then hang it, people kind of see that as, we're really thinking about the stuff we're pushing down their throats. Like they're getting their money's worth, those little tiny things.
So before we move on, I got to address two things. One, sweet, genuine comics is here. What's up, Brink? And also, Mo was saying that regular crack has vitamins and nutrients. I don't think so because I would have been on crack if that was the case.
Well, so crack is like your normal vitamin that you would take, but then you have like high performance vitamins. That's acid crack. It's more of the more it's for us autistic fucks.
See,
We need a little bit more.
I think I might be on your level, your speed, if you will.
No, we don't do speed, man.
I'm on your speed brainwave wise, at least.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe in the future. So let's get going and go back to your page. I thought I had it up. I always forget.
And we are working with the miniseries with Esquivo. He's penciling everything right now. Those pieces will be up for sale once we get them done.
Dude, those chibis are really good. One of my favorites, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, I was fighting myself with them too, but our artist from Brazil, she threw them at me. I was like, man, those are too damn cute to not put up.
Heck yeah, I gotta throw up one of my chibis because I always forget that I have them because my girlfriend made a chibi or two for Star Circuit, and I always forget to bring them up. But yeah, what else we got going on while I find this thing here?
So we got, that we showed the hollow print, and then down below, the first 75 backers, which I think we're just one away, will either get the hand-painted Airith, the Todd Boy, or the Rafa print 3D prints as a thank you.
Hell yeah, dude! How's it been doing the 3D prints? I'm doing my own, and
So we found out using the resin printer was way more effective than the normal printing. You get the small details, like the really small details. So we bought a couple resin printers, and my buddy just runs them, and we ended up with a fucking ton of 3D prints. I said, well, might as well just give them away for free. They were. I just don't feel like I could. No, I shouldn't say I couldn't, but I just wouldn't want to sell these to people. I want this campaign is more of laying the ground for the fan base and the trust to show people the quality of product we're putting out, that we are going to deliver ahead of schedule, that we have more. I mean, this was all the things you see on here were thrown together in a day. If we get this thing done, I could sit and spend a couple months talking to different manufacturers that we have connections with and really do some crazy stuff on tape 3.
Heck yeah, dude! I feel like you've got a very, I guess, ambitious maybe, but creative ambition that I really admire. It's like it's on that EVS level, just in a different way. I think like he's got so much resources, and obviously you can do so much more when you have that. But you have the same frequency I'm getting from this, so that's awesome.
Solid, man. Thank you.
Let me share my little chibi here. My girlfriend Sherry has been working on some chibis for probably will be one of the giveaways for the next sign up for Star Circuit. So let's just show off one of these. It's really cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
So yeah, there's like a straight up, like I don't know, just I like the style that she's got. It's very round and it's kind of like yours a little bit in some ways. The ones
that look cool on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Who did yours, by the way?
Oh, so ours was done by Nicole. She's an artist in Brazil. Yeah.
Cool. That's the only thing she's done on your project.
Yeah, she just did the chibi stickers and the shirts. Yeah.
Have we refreshed yet, Jeremy, on this? No. Come on now. Tape 2, everybody. Everybody in chat.
No, actually, I believe. Wow, dude, Joe, I actually lost a backer being on your show, man.
Dude.
No. Yes.
Oh, dude, that's Mo.
Back this book. There's so much awesome stuff.
Jesus, dude.
It's not you, dude.
I don't understand, man.
I just messed with you. No, but I just noticed I did lose a backer. I was at 74.
Oh. maybe they were refunding to back a higher tier.
Right. They saw the box.
I'm all about that. I hope so.
That is exactly what happened. Because how could you not want this book?
You've got so much stuff that I need more than one day or 1 10-minute session to look at.
You're good, man.
But yeah, I'm going to be looking and scouring through all your stuff. So we saw the trailers, which is really good for like how minimal I feel like the editing was, maybe because it was very slow in visuals, but a lot of content with your voiceover.
Mhm.
Killer stuff, though. I dig it.
Awesome.
And,
Thanks, man.
And so you're a writer for the most part, right? Is that what you're
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you get through? I want to ask a little bit of the process. So it seems like you've outlined a lot. I don't know how far you've outlined past where you are, but how do you go about, getting this whole saga of stuff together? What's your process for, getting it all ready to go?
Yeah. So this is actually, let's see, how old am I now? This is around 25, 26, maybe 28 years of notes that I've been writing. And it started off with little journal, I guess you call it a dude diary from like even preteens. I just had like a really messed up upbringing. So, and kind of with the Asperger's, I would like internalize things, and how I would deal with them as I would write them down in fictional manners. And I've said it before. Let's say like I had a bad day and I got in a fight or something, and I got my ass kicked. I'd go home and write that like I was actually the superhero who beat this person up, and I'd create a character around it. And I just found that as therapy, hidden therapy, no one even knew about it, and just would write every day. And then once I got a computer, put them all in files, and then throughout the years, moved them over to Google Docs, and it's probably, like I've said before, maybe like 400 pages of notes. And then I just outlined everything. And I've written out the whole series. The whole series is done, basically. It's then now just putting everything into paneling and how much of the story do I want to get out each tape. And that's been kind of my really way of writing. I'm not following anyone's pattern. It's literally, all right, this is the part of the story. Let's go back to the notes to make sure it matches up and throw them on a page. And then I'll have this sea of text, and I just break them into panels and then go through kind of notes of things that I want to make sure to put in there. Throw a couple in there. If I get inspired by something, I throw it in there and give it to the artist, NC, and he has a way to channel the acid crack brain and throw it on paper. He does it awesome.
That is cool. So do you go back and forth as far as like do you give him leeway, or do you give him full script?
So I give him all the text and all the descriptive text, and we've been working for so long now, I don't even bother him. He just comes back with concepts. We approve. Then he comes back with line work, approve, comes back with coloring and lettering. And I just go and make sure to read everything is flowing good. And seriously, I've maybe had 3 changes in the over year that I've worked with him, because he just gets the story. He understands it, which is just insane. I come from a computer marketing background, and there's always changes and headbutting, and everyone hates each other, especially creative people. This dude he just gets it. There's never any changes, because he understands what's going on here and how to project that. Plus, coming from the same kind of background and in the same time period, and plus he's from Argentina, so he knows all the Spanish stuff. So it's less back and forth.
Yeah, that's very unique about it. Like, I wouldn't even put it in. I don't know where you've put it, if you've mentioned it anywhere in your taglines, but it's interesting that you have this kind of, I don't know, what would you call it? Is it like just a basis? Are the characters based with like a Hispanic background, or is it just happen to be?
It just happens. So each character is based off a real person in my life. So if they happen to be Hispanic, Latino, Latina, that's just how they are. There's really no going in saying, oh, they're going to talk like this. It's literally, this is how they talk. This is a situation in real life that I've just turned more, in a fantasized manner. So when I was talking last night on B-Rose's channel, people come after me because I'm a white dude, and they go, oh, well, you got all this Latino culture in here, and you're appropriating culture. Oh, you're making the Latino woman big ass, big tits. It's like, maybe it's because all the Latinas I know have big asses and big tits. Why are you coming at me, dude? This isn't a made up story. These are based off of people. And if you want to see what they look like, I've literally posted pictures of the people and the characters on social media to shut people up. Like, this is a real person. See?
Yeah.
You would think drawing women with big asses and big tits is like a compliment, but no, people now take that as not.
Oh
a
yeah,
compliment,
yeah, you're a horrible person. Yeah. Yeah, like
it's
people think
crazy.
they're gonna get mad because they're mad about boobies and ass. It's like, who has a problem with that? I mean, if you got a problem with that, then dude, you got problems, man. So
Crazy people.
I mean, you've got a lot of things going on, and I think that's something that's like makes it unique. Like it's one level above the cyber rock feel of everything, which there's not many books out there like that. At one point in time, I thought of doing like just like an indie man, like not the what would you call it? Like just be like an indie band in space instead of like this kind of metally kind of
like a folk band in space, Joe.
Yeah, kind of a folk, like one that drives around in their space van, and barely gets gigs. That'd be fun. But yeah, it's lesser that than like an a ballad of kind of Coheed and Cambria style. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Now there's a comic book I dig, dude. I've been a fan of those guys for Jesus ever.
Oh yeah, dude. I have one sad story. I submitted my portfolio one time at NYCC, the convention, and gave it to him. Gave it to. I think that I don't know if I handed it to the lead singer. I'm blanking his name. But I gave it over there, and I saw him look at it for 2 seconds, and then put it down. And it was like so depressing at the time. It was like, oh, I hope he likes some of my stuff. I don't care if he wants me to draw anything, but I just wanted some sort of smile.
Right.
Didn't get it, but what can you do? The band's cool. So let's see if we can move forward because we have to get to Fiendish, right? Can we get one more refresh? See if we lost any more.
Yeah. No, we haven't lost any more. We're good.
That's good.
We're good.
That's a gleam.
So depressing.
I think that's the first time that's happened on our show.
Oh no. They'll back it again real soon.
I hope so. I really hope I don't have
They
to
will.
self-fund this thing again.
No! Everyone back Airith song. How could you not back it? This looks so cool.
And you got a whole you got
yeah, it's got a bunch of shows to go on. But that's my life.
You gotta come on my show because everybody helping me on Fiendish is also Latino.
There you go.
Yeah,
dude, send me an invite.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
jump on.
Our show's literally right after this. You should come on if you're free.
And you were throwing out Kryptonauts. You were throwing out Kryptonauts there. Those are a great group of guys. Some
you gotta
cool
talk to
ideas
them
coming
too.
up. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm always talking to them. Those are my vatos, man.
Awesome. Yeah. So we had some fun. We had fun with them over here. I mean, I know a lot of what they're talking about. Joe was kind of taking a back seat on that, going, "You guys and your creepy things."
I've been following 6x6 for a while. They've been popping on weekly with Pete's stream for a long time, so I've seen it as it was. They were pitching it long time ago, and I was stoked for it. But yeah, it's usually not my thing. Jeremy's saying the correct thing, which is I'm scared of things. So that's not usually my book, but horror and shit. So let's move on to Fiendish. I'm stoked to see because I've caught like random like segments of you explaining the book, and I never got the elevator pitch. So
all right,
hold on to your
guys,
seat. Is this where we tell people we change the speed? All right, hold on to your seat, Joe.
Okay.
What?
This is why I do acid crack. It slows time down.
I guess it'll be after the trailer. The trailer's sped fine, guys. It's just she's gonna start talking about it. You gotta slow your videos down.
Okay, it's okay. I'll talk at normal speed.
It's a running
struggle.
joke at this point. It's a running joke. At this point.
I can't. I'm too excited. Okay. What are you gonna play the trailer, or should I?
I don't know. What would you like us to do first?
No, I'll give the pitch. Yeah, so this is Fiendish, my fantasy comic that I've been working on for like 4 years now. But in reality, of course, it's a culmination of my interest and just a lot of things I wanted to draw that goes back way more than 4 years. But it's more like 3.5 years. But about like 3.5 years ago, I started getting really into playing Pathfinder and D&D. And if you read this comic, you'll see that influence. And I was at a point where I also really wanted to break free from working for I was jumping between working in animation, also for mainstream comics, and I just wanted to go and make my own comic. That's always been my dream. That's always been what I wanted to do. I was like, I think it's about time. I was like having a quarter life crisis, I think, really. I was in my mid-20s and I was like, it's about time. Like I really feel if I don't go and do this thing that I've been dreaming of doing since I was literally like 10 years old, I'm just like living for nothing. So I literally moved back home, I hermited up, and I worked on this script. I churned out like 10 drafts of this. I worked on it over and over again. I figured out the kind of story I wanted to tell, and I'm really excited. I'm super proud of this. The entire thing is written out. It's a long form story. If you want the general premise of it, it's about a group of young men and women on a journey of vengeance against otherworldly monsters. And if you like stuff like, obviously, Berserk is a really big influence of mine. Vinland Saga. If you like Lovecraftian stuff or Tolkien-esque like deep world building, this is a comic for you. Obviously, huge manga influence, but I also have a big influence from like European comics and dark horror. Like again, Lovecraft is a writer that I really, really love, and I'm just throwing all these influences that I really have been, reading and soaking in for years into this comic.
Very cool. I not to stop you there, but there's a lot of information. But yeah, I like a lot of that. I feel like not all of it, but I love Lovecraft. And
I thought you didn't like scary things.
I'm just a weird guy. I like the culture around Lovecraft.
Okay, all right.
He likes the visual aesthetic. I don't think he's ever read any of it in the dark.
Dude, come on! I don't read anything in the dark.
It's the best. I love Lovecraft stories, and also like for fun in the middle of the night when I'm drawing, I'll listen to like there are YouTube channels that just narrate creepy stories in the forest and like search and rescue horror stories. Those are my favorite. I like horror.
Awesome. Before we play the trailer, here's a little tidbit of my history. The first comic project I ever worked on was, someone really needs to make this, but it was a mix between, it's a Superman origin, but as if you lived in a Lovecraftian early 1900s setting, and it was the best thing I've ever read. It was really hard to pull off, so maybe someone should go back to that. DC.
It is a neat mix.
It's a cool mix, and I was trying to do some weird things with it, but I was too amateur of an artist to pull it off. So we have a trailer. Is it a good one?
I think it's a good one. I did it all myself. So
what is she gonna say? No, it's horrible.
I mean, why would I say it's not a good one? I'm very proud of this trailer. I cut this thing to a whole weekend.
First he gets a backer to leave. Now he's insulting your trailer.
Right? It's like, is this good? I don't think it's. I have doubts. You guys are gonna love this trailer. Okay, it's freaking epic.
I'm sure it's gonna be great, guys. Let's do this. I dig it. That was actually very good. You should be very confident.
You were like, I am not disappointed. I am satisfied.
Yes. Jerry's laughing because I'm not judgmental. I'm a critic. So
it's cool. I want honesty.
No,
I think this is pretty good because I'm also very critical of my own work. Like I don't put out one thing. I just like, this is perfect. No, I criticize myself to hell and back.
I saw something in one of your panels that I went back and talked about on my show later that Friday and showed my brother, because one of the panels you did for this, I'm going to go ahead and skip down it so I can get it out of the way.
Getting called out for something?
No, not
live.
called out.
I did not know about this. He has not talked to me about this. What's happening?
No, not at all. This panel right here.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved how you use the panel work to all focus in towards the end. The story, I mean, it flowed so I went back and I was showing my older brother on my channel. I was like, it's kind of, here's a focal point, and I think it's stabbing here, and it's got these panels lined up, and it all focuses down. I learned something by just looking at that. So that, I think that's one of my favorite panels that you have.
Cool. Yeah, that took like 10 drafts. That was because with comics, I don't know. It's nothing comes easy, and even paneling is the hardest part of doing comics, like the thumbnails, because after that, doing the pencils and inking, that's just kind of like once you practice enough, it's just you turn your brain off, music, you draw, but like getting the storytelling right is real hard. But it pays off.
My biggest point of improvement is in that area too. Like, I know composition, but like getting the composition to work for every panel and on the page at the same time is tough.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of not the perks yet, but just maybe we can give like a
buying it already again.
Buy it.
So 46 pages. What kind of characters are we dealing with here?
So my main character Casimir, he is as far as he knows, he is the sole survivor of a demon attack on his hometown many years ago, and this was back when he was a child. And I've been telling people that the premise is kind of similar to Demon Slayer, so hopefully that helps me make some sales. But of course, there's nothing like that because I didn't see. No, people will tease me about it, but I didn't see Demon Slayer until like 2 months ago. But but he left his hometown. He grew up far away, and he tried to forget about his past. It seems like it's just something that happened so long ago because he was like 11 years old, and it's like this horrible nightmare. And it's not like it's a fantasy world, but it's not like demons are just crawling everywhere and they're magical beasts and stuff. But nobody has seen these demons before. They don't know. They're just like there's these weird monsters and no one knows where they came from. And then they kind of just disappeared, and nobody heard anything more about it. So he grew up in a city like kind of far away and tried to forget all about it. He's kind of a bit of an antisocial, social outcast, kind of grumpy guy that keeps people at a distance. And that's his character, and it really comes across in chapter 1 too, because early on, like, I'm focusing on, okay, there's action and there's world building, but I'm establishing the characters first, because I know what will carry the story is people caring about the characters. And I put a lot of work into the world building, but that stuff is in the background, and that'll just filter into the story when it matters. And that's what, if you go to the website for the comic, fiendishcomic.com, that's where I'll put like all the information. Like, I have a constructed language, I have a world map, and all the pantheon, other kinds of crazy stuff. But that's just there to lift up the characters' journeys. That's what the character's journey rests on. So this story follows Casimir, is my main character, even though I have like a weird structure of 4 protagonists, and I'll slowly be introducing the other few characters as in the next by chapter 2. But right now we meet in chapter 1. We meet Casimir, Iskal, and Yomi, who is the girl in the purple skinned girl in that poster over there. And she is also the victim of a demon attack. So what happens in chapter 1 is these mysterious demons that killed everyone that Casimir knew when he was a child show up again, and they show up again in the woods, and they kill again. And he tracks them down. He encounters them because he's kind of a hunter, because he doesn't really like living in society. He like lives in the woods. He's like he's like a hunter that just lives in the middle of nowhere. And he tracks it down, and he ends up having to fight it. But while the monster is attacking, it kills a kind of a traveling caravan, and that caravan was the caravan that Yomi was traveling with, and so she has kind of similar experience to Casimir. This monster killed almost everyone that she knew, crippled her best friend that was also in the caravan, and she, going forward, she decides to join the boys on their journey to find out A, where the monsters came from and how they were brought about, and B, how to stop them. And of course, for Casimir, it's kind of a way to put his family to rest, to go revisit his past and stop running away from what happened in his childhood, because he realizes that for so long he's been trying to forget about it, but that's not the right thing to do, and he is uniquely capable of figuring out where these monsters came from because he has the memory of what happened. And so it's the first arc of the story. The story has like 4 arcs. It's a bit long. But the first arc of the story is really more personal. It's the characters traveling back to Casimir's hometown, encountering more demons on the way, and kind of you figure out how they work, and there's a lot of action, and it's kind of like, I wanted to feel like just this group of young warriors, and Ragna is my caster, and if we hit the 25k stretch goal, I'll add 4 more pages to chapter 1, and that'll introduce Ragna early. So you'll have all 4 of my main characters or protagonists in chapter 1. So Ragna is like the caster, like shaman character, shamanism. They're kind of my elemental magic casters. I play a really big role in this story as well. And so it's like a group of, scrappy young people going on this journey, but through these dark woods, and they're encountering more and more demons as they go towards this epicenter of this disaster. And that's what I want chapter 1 to feel like. And it's really psychological. I want to explore the kind of what it feels like to face your ultimate fears, and mystery stories have always really appealed to me. So I grew up on the first comic that I really got addicted to was Case Closed. I think it's Detective Conan is like the proper Japanese name, but it's called Case Closed in America. And it's like this murder detective story for kids, because I love manga. And when I was a teen, I read nothing but John Grisham and murder mysteries, and I love that kind of stuff on top of Lovecraft. So that's where that influence is coming in here, mysteries and dark things happening in the woods, and of course action and all other kinds of good stuff. That's where the monsters and the action. That's where my Berserk influence comes in. So that's what it's about. Did I answer the question? What was your question?
No, you covered all. I wanted to know about characters. Was my original, and you went through the characters.
Cool.
You branched off a little bit, which is good. I like the organic feel. I want to know. I'm most attracted in most of comic books solely for the art, and that's why I buy the books for the most part.
Dude,
I probably won't buy it.
That shot there that I kept going to, I kind of poked that out last week too. Look at just the perspectives that keeps that kinetic energy in that attack. And the antelopes in the back remind me of Princess Mononoke. Sorry, so I've got my attachments to this.
I really like Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, so artwork wise, this is right up my alley.
For me, it's the rendering. You're doing something that I started to do on the book I'm working on now. You're kind of hatching with tones a little bit, and I really dig that. I see you got a grayscale version perk. And
Smoke.
Do you have examples of the super colored stuff?
I have the first 3 pages, which was the prologue section, has always been in color. Oh, you can just go to the website. If you scroll down on the website, right. On the big link on the top, there you go. And the preview, the preview tab, there you go. And I have the first 20 pages here. The first book is 46 pages, story pages.
I'm going to do that here. Now I can kind of tell as you're talking about it. Maybe I have a preview for Star Circuit as well. How's the preview helped you? Is there getting people that comment on it, or just it's a good way to
I don't know if it's gotten me backers, because no one has outright said it, because I've always had the preview up right from the start, but people have said they really like it. And I put this up just because first I want to show that I actually have the whole thing is done. I'm drawing, but I'm drawing chapter 2. So it's just we're waiting on the colors, because we weren't originally going to do it in color, but that was our 10K stretch goal. So Carlos is my colorist, and the same colorist that has done those 3 pages you see here is going to be doing the whole book. But yeah, the preview, people have said that they really like it, and I just want to be transparent and show people, besides from the fact that, look, I actually have the comic done, I want people to get a feel for the storytelling, and just because this is my second crowdfunding campaign, but it's my first comic, so I want to show people, like, I know what I'm doing, and if you can read the comic and see how you feel about it, that's better. And people, that's kind of like a trusting that I'm giving people. This is the story, and I'm being, just open about it, and people have really liked it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these shots. I just don't want to throw them up there. I want people to,
I may have to go smoke and do some add-ons instead of going the normal route.
Yeah.
People have liked the grayscale version too. So the comic I was going to do like manga style, like 3 color pages, because I don't really do interior. I can, but I'm too slow to get. If I do interior colors, we'll never get this comic done. So it was just going to be manga style, like black and white, but with a few color pages every chapter. That's how a lot of tankobons are. But we made way more than I originally planned. I originally planned for 2,500 on this project. So I was not expecting to hit the goals that we've hit right now. And thank everyone who has backed this project. I have to say that. Thank you all for your support. And so our 10-day stretch goal was to get the whole thing colored. I was like, if we hit this, I should get a color, because then I can pay for my colorist who did the first those 3 pages to color the entire thing. So yeah, but people came back and asked, like, oh no, I actually want the black and white or the grayscale version. So that's why I put up the smoke tier, because people wanted the grayscale one as well.
I just prototyped my comic out, and it's scribbles, but it's only value black and white, and I got a lot of cool reactions just by having it printed out and showing some people. They're like, dude, how does that feel having the prototype? It's like kind of cool, so when I saw the smoke version of it, I am looking at this and going, holy crap. Yeah. Like, as long as your values are good, guys, like, this is always an avenue for creators to go with. Because I meet people who like looking at black and white more than color.
Well, it's a different thing, dude. For me, like, what you've done with grayscale is more than I think most do. It's almost painterly in some ways. So to me, it's one step beyond. I don't know what you would call it. You can still
finalized values. Like,
it's like key art or something.
Polished black and white. Yeah.
I kind of went with that because I've done some storyboarding work, and I've worked in everything. But yeah, I wanted it to feel like final work. Like, I was, because my original goal was, this won't be in color, but I wanted things to feel just as alive as if it were in color. So I would attack it. Yeah. I wanted to pop out enough where, like, the reader can just imagine colors onto the page, and there's no barrier there. So it's, people have really liked it.
So Jeremy, what is she at right now as far as funds? Because you're almost at that stretch goal, right?
Yeah, we're really close. We're at like 24,000 something. So 25K, and I'll do 4 pages. Four more pages. So it'll be 40. Right now it's 46 pages, and then if we hit 25K, which we're less than $300 away from hitting that, it'll be a 50-page book with 10 pages of extra content. Yeah, sorry. What are you saying?
In demand, you can, like, add some more perks, right?
Yeah, you can always add more perks. So I'm going to keep it in demand until chapter 2 comes out, but I'm not. Once I start shipping, I won't add more perks or any more stretch goals. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer for any creator, especially on your first book. You're like trying to keep that thing active as long as you're working on the second one.
Yeah, definitely.
Posters, all that stuff. You got this little standee as well. So, guys, these are some of the stuff you guys can grab. I missed this the last time, but
you didn't see the standee?
No, I glanced past it, but you mentioned it. We never got back to it.
That's a plastic type of standee.
Yeah, it's like a little acrylic standee, like those anime figurines. I gotta get them. I found a factory, but I gotta get it made, and so I can actually show an example. But I really want to get toys made, and I will eventually. I have like crazy ideas because this is inspired by D&D. I want to get like playable character minis and also a dice set with like my constructed language for the numbers, and like. But I'm like, I need more money to do that.
Oh yeah, that was on your website.
Oh yeah, I wanted
Set parts.
Joe, check this. I did message her and ask her if she does this for a job, but where is
real quick?
What, the character profiles or the language?
No, the language.
Profile. Well,
Okay,
language I do want to see.
Yep.
But yeah.
So here is Nanarsa is the scholastic language of the continent of Arvos, where the story mainly takes place. And the way it works is kind of like Mandarin Chinese, because I'm from Taiwan and speak Mandarin and a dialect. So it's like how everyone speaks over there speaks their own dialect, like local dialect, but Mandarin is language everyone speaks. So it's kind of like how English is a lingua franca of the whole world. So Nanarsa is what the scholastic language, it's a clerical language, and like what the shamans speak, and the records are always kept in it. So I have I think 500 words or so. It's still really basic as far as language creation goes, but it's enough for me to like say, write out simple sentences. And it's not that you don't have to learn this language to read my comic, but I created it just because I wanted complete immersion, and it was not going to be immersive if I have this fantasy comic, I'm telling people it's full fantasy, but if you see writing, it's in English. So I wanted it to actually be in a
really
constructed
fun.
language.
It's fun to make.
Yes, I love it. I'm a bit of a language nerd. Yeah,
I
it's
would-
like crazy. But.
Like Joe, can you speak any fantasy languages, Joe?
No,
Like
but
any Klingon, any
I was a kid,
Elvish?
I made when I was a kid. I made a language when I was like 10.
Whoa.
Not that that's not when I wasn't bragging. That's just like me being a recluse or something. I didn't have any friends, so I made some.
He copied Piglet. And
Pretty much, yeah. But like different rules like that. When you're that young, you don't know.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, that was the idea. This is really cool.
It is.
Show off those profiles of the map now.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Both me and her were kind of going off about our world maps, and then the creator was like, "I gotta put a map up there."
Nice.
Well, this isn't even my full world map, but this.
Of
is
course
just,
it isn't. Of course not.
Right, this is it's flat Earth. This is flat.
Yeah, this is just.
Watch me find out this is actually what Earth looks like.
Yeah, that's just it. Like at the edges, the world just cuts off.
Flat Earth's fine.
No, I have like a larger world, like a whole globe, but it's not like characters do travel to the other continents, but not like the entire globe. But I have everything thought of just because I wanted to like ground myself in this world,
Yep.
So I was like, I juxtaposed like a real world map, so I know how big the United States is in relation to everything, because I needed to calculate travel times, and that's really important. I have a pretty good sense of how big the United States is, so it's crazy stuff like that. But Arvos is a continent where our story starts, and like smack dab in the middle of it in the mountains there. That's where we start out.
I think we need to have a speed talk battle between you and Kimasabi. Have you talked to Kimasabi?
No, I haven't. I've been told.
Boy.
I've been told
You
that.
guys could go on, man. You guys could do that. That's a fun idea, man.
I've been told to get on a stream and with him and just power a city by the speed of our talking.
When I have an auction, when we have an Art Bros auction, I'm going to get you or Kimasabi up in here, and we're going to real auction.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, this is great. This is cool.
I'm really into. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say Jeremy's really into this
Right.
map building. Yeah.
I was gonna just like, if you don't stop me, I just keep on talking about stuff. But obviously, I'm really into ancient cultures, so I've drawn a lot from prehistory, and I've thought about like in our world, but also, of course, it's like a fantasy version. So I've thought about like how every country and every like demographic, like what are the political areas within the world, but also what are like the people groups, right? The ethnicities, which it doesn't always correspond with like the political situation. And it's a world where there aren't really kingdoms. It's a very pre-kingdom, very like kind of wild. It's kind of like a Wild West world. The only superpower is to the east. It's kind of like my fantasy version of like Japan and China combined. It's like this huge empire, but it's on another continent, and on the continent that everything takes place is kind of like city states, and to the south, the southern continent of Discara, there are some kingdoms, but I wanted to feel like kind of a lawless world, and really where there is magic, but there is also darkness. There's dark magic, and there is a lot of mystery, and the people have to be tough, and they have to find their way in this big wide world.
You're a fan of dark, fantasy, obviously.
Yeah, I like wholesome fantasy. I mean, I love Tolkien, but like when I create things, I tend to lean towards darker stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any
It's okay.
real-
It's okay to scare the kiddos.
Do you have any real world stories of dark fantasy type? I don't know, leanings. I don't know. Like some people like are Wiccan or something. You know, I don't know. Some people are into that stuff.
Yeah, Joe's still into the Inquisition days, so he's ready to burn some witches.
Dude, let me get what's his name? Randall. I can't remember his name. I used to be Catholic, so well, you could say I'm Catholic, I guess. Is it like Jewishness where you don't lose it? I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't want you to try to throw holy water at us through the screen.
Oh no.
Dude,
We don't burn.
Do you like Castlevania? Is that one of the things you're pulling from? Any of that?
No, not really. I've seen a little bit of Castlevania, but not a lot. But
You're not a gamer or a video gamer necessarily.
No, I don't game a lot. I'm more of a tabletop person. But I do want to watch the show of Castlevania because it looks absolutely beautiful.
That's really good.
Because of Warren Ellis? Is that why?
What?
Because Warren Ellis wrote it.
No, because it looks like Berserk. And the creator of Castlevania has been wanting to animate Berserk, so that's the only reason. I'm like, ooh.
Dude, I love everything Castlevania. Can you go to the quick character profiles before we have to hop off? Got another few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, if you hover over them, their names are in the Narsa. It's just I don't know. Fancy little thing I had. But yeah, I have the character profiles on here. Just a quick introduction for everyone to get to know the characters.
Oh, cool. So yeah, what I like most about your style is that you're comfortable in it, and you like everything looks like all the consistency of heads and body and proportions stay pretty close in the pages. I can tell you are used to be a pro of some kind.
I've been drawing for a long time.
Of some kind.
Of some kind. You're like, oh, you actually can draw. All right. All right then.
I think that's the biggest difference between someone that's like still growing and one that's kind of hit a plateau of consistency.
Oh, just you can tell the spatial understandings. You can see it, yeah.
However, that's pretty much all the time because I want you to be able to prepare for your show, right? And I feel like everyone's hopped over to Nefarious, so everyone probably should go over there and bug him and tell him that I already got the Chubb art. Anybody out there, go build Nefarious for me. Before we go, I want to ask you guys one more time as I pull up something. Do you guys have any resources that you thought of maybe during the stream that you can call upon that I can put on the list?
I thought of Andrew Loomis was like the first drawing instruction books, but you
Remember
probably
which
already
one?
have it. Andrew Loomis?
Which one? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was like
Yeah.
just a random book my mom had in Chinese.
Okay. Yeah, Loomis is the go-to.
I don't know which one. I remember the cover.
Hold on. Creative illustration, fun with pencil, successfully drawing.
Yeah, well, I would say,
Successfully drawing.
I would
think
say
it's that
either one
one.
of those. would be
All the
fine.
above, yeah.
So we'll definitely put some Loomis down for sure. For anybody who has not seen Star Circuit and is getting a rewatch on this thing on Sweet Art Bros 44.5, we are proceeding to almost 330 backers for Star Circuit, which is cool. And we're still collecting all of the pieces for fulfillment. We've almost got all the proofs of everything, so we're ready to go. I have some crappy proofs, ones that are not up to speed, but they are here, and I'm working on getting better. I've done a whole rework of all the printing files, so that's getting all reworked. Let me scroll down to the cover while I say one a little bit. So this will be you guys will be reading this thing probably in a month. So that's the plan. The plan is you reading it in July, within July. So I hope you guys check it out later. Thank you for joining us. Jeremy, do you have anything going on before we hop off?
Not really. Let's ask everyone where we can reach them in their social medias. But of course, guys, I'm Jeremy that had created Beckon with my older brother. It's a video game on Steam. The prototype is free right now. You can go check it out. But we also have zadestudios.com. So if you're interested in what I'm trying to do in World Create, that's cool. But I got a comic coming up soon that kind of does a lot of the backstory build up to all this. So outside of that, yeah, guys, where can we find you?
All my social media is at Airith Saga. So Twitter, Instagram, and then our website, airith.com.
Cool.
And you can find me at Rini Draws, also everywhere. I have a YouTube channel, which I'll be streaming on like right after this. So it's also Rini Draws. And I have Instagram. Follow me there. And my Twitter is also Rini Draws.
Awesome. Yeah, I know my girlfriend Sherry followed you on Instagram, so that's cool to know. Right. She's also she says I'm picky, but she's pretty picky too. So it's the reason why she dates me.
I'm over there on Twitch as well, or not Twitch, but Twitter. Studio Zaid. I'm on YouTube as well, so you guys go check that out. Instagrams, Facebooks, all that. So yeah, Joe.
The collision bomb is on point with your bobblehead.
Oh yeah. It happens some days.
I'm Catapano Art pretty much everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find my sweet book, Star Circuit, Cyberpunk Racing Comic, out there at starcircuitcomic.com and on Indiegogo. So thanks for joining us, guys. Again, go also back Talus, who's launching today. That's already And yeah, so have a good week, guys. We're going to go out on a high note here. I thought I was going to go out on a high note. I thought I shared the right page. We have one little piece of music that you get when you back Star Circuit. You get a mixtape, and this is one of the tracks.
Ooh.
Thank you for showing up, everybody. See you guys next week.
Later.
Later, if it would show.
If it would play. No, it's awkward.
No.
Back our books.
Sorry, guys.
Don't eat the Jello.
All right.